What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, I'm going to be going over ranking my top 10 point guards right now in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. Now, I like telling you guys that this is preference, right? Everybody has their own opinions. But then people twist my words and say, oh, Ty, this is just who you like more. No, I'm telling you who the best point guards in the game are. But it's just like any analyst, right, in the NBA telling you who their top 10 players are. Everybody's opinions are different, right? And so these are my personal opinions. Now, hopefully you guys agree with them. Let me know down below in the comments who's your favorite point guard or who your point guard is that you're running right now. And if you're loving the videos, because I'm loving recording them right now because my team is cooking. Now, I've got my top 10 ready, and let's dive into it. At my number 10, we've got the big O, Oscar Robertson. Now, what is Oscar really doing for you? Well, 6'5", 6'8" wingspan, 96 3 ball, 94 speed, perfect defense. Animation-wise, his release is solid. There's just no real flaws in Oscar. And some people might be asking, well, Ty, how is Oscar not higher? I just think it comes down to this. The card came out a month and a half ago. And I still like Oscar. I still think Oscar is elite. But as time goes on, as more and more cards get released, this is just the way it is. Cards, just have less and less value. I love Big O. And if you have, let's say, an unsellable Big O, don't feel like you need to replace him. Honestly, this card could be all the way up to like number 5, realistically. I think you could honestly rank him on this list. It's just, to me, I do believe we've got better point guards in the game right now. Now, coming in at my number 9, we're going to be plugging in another Galaxy Opal that's kind of been out for a while now. That is Galaxy Opal Penny Hardaway. Now, kind of similar to Oscar in the fact that Penny's been out for a while. Penny's been out for almost 2 months now. Thing about Penny is he's a little taller than Oscar, which helps his cause, 6'7", compared to Oscar only at 6'5". So 6'7", 89 3 ball, 93 speed. Defensive stat-wise aren't as good as Oscar. Release-wise is fine. I think Penny and Oscar are more similar than people realize in the fact that both cards defensively are, pretty solid. Offensively, leave something to be desired, especially for, Penny Hardaway's defense really stat-wise isn't that good. But remember, the card is 6'7", which is pretty impressive. So I still think if you've got Penny Hardaway like unsellable, you can use him. Similar to Oscar, I think you could have the card all the way up to number 5. I think any higher than number 5, you're honestly gassing Penny Hardaway a lot. But I think the card's good. No doubt I think Penny Hardaway, especially defensively because he is 6'7", can guard basically 1 through 4 at least. Probably not going to match up well versus Wemby. But anyone else, I think Penny Hardaway is going to lead you to success. At my number 8, I'm plugging in Stephon Castle. And I know some people aren't going to agree that Castle is better than Penny. I think for me, it just comes down to, okay, both cards are 6'7". Okay, Castle's got better defense. He does. You can't debate that. Release-wise, I think Castle's is slightly better, if they're not similar. Kyrie dribble style for Castle as well. I mean, sure, you might argue since Penny Hardaway's a Galaxy Opal with the cards better, but badge-wise, I like Castle more. And so when I'm looking at Castle, comparing him to Penny, especially for price-wise, I just don't think you can even make the debate that Penny's better than Castle. Castle is going to be a defensive menace, especially on the perimeter. His block rating isn't great. 93 ball, driving dunk's good. Handling the ball is solid as well. I just think Stephon Castle is an absolute stud on this game. I just don't know how you get much better than what this card brings to the table. So, yes, do I love Stephon Castle? Absolutely. Do I personally run the card right now? I personally am not running him, but more importantly than anything, it's because I don't really play the game. I haven't had a reason to. Do you think we're having a MyTEAM Players Lounge tournament tomorrow? So go sign up on Players Lounge. I actually do think that's happening tomorrow. So go sign up for that, but maybe that'll be the reason I pick up Stephon Castle. At my number 7, I'm plugging in Galaxy Opal Cade Cunningham. Now, defensively for Cade, this is where I want to start. Defensively for Cade, it's not ideal, right? His defensive stats aren't great. He's only 6'6". At least Penny is 6'7". But I think with what Cade gives you offensively, he deserves some respect over Stephon Castle, over Penny Hardaway. Now, with that being said, card's not perfect. 96 3 ball. It's where I got to start. That's incredible for Cade. Like a 96 3 ball is nothing to laugh at, nothing to joke about. The next important stat is speed. He's got 95 speed. So the two most important stats, Cade's got a 96 and 95. Badge-wise is incredible. His release, it didn't get upgraded. It's not on quick, but it's still really good. And so honestly, again, I think you could have honestly Cade at number 3 on this list. I think you could. I just think because they didn't update that release timing, it's hard for me to be any higher with Cade. Now, this is coming from me, right? I've not used Cade Cunningham all year long. So if you're one where you've used the Pink Diamond Cade and you're comfortable with his release, you're probably going to really love the Galaxy Opal Cade, where for me, right, I've not used Pink Diamond Cade really at all this year. Obviously like Cade Cunningham a lot, coming in at my number 7 here. Coming in at my number 6, and I do not care, I'm plugging in Dwayne Wade. I don't care. I love Dwayne Wade and what he gives you on the floor. I don't care what people say. Now, let's just compare him to Cade Cunningham for the sake of this video, because I think that's important to do, because a lot of people are going to be like, really, Ty, you like Wade over Cade? I want to start with this. He is the best defensive point guard I've talked about so far in this video. And I know you guys are going to be like, what, Ty? He's only 6'4". I know. And he's still the best defensive point guard. Badge-wise, elite. 98 speed, 97 perimeter, 97 steal. Comes with a 92 block rating. And Dwayne Wade single-handedly gets the best defensive animations in the game. 92 3-ball, 98 driving dunk. Offensively, honestly, I don't want to gas him because the D-Wade based on very quick still isn't that great. But it's fine. Comes with the Pro 2 leaner as well. I do not know why anybody hates on Dwayne Wade. Defensively, the card's a menace. His driving dunk is good. He has his release on very quick, which isn't perfect, no, but it's good enough. Dwayne Wade is so good on this game, and I do not know why anyone would hate on this card. The card is absolutely incredible, absolutely elite. 6'4", gonna play a ton of defense for you. If you're hating on Dwayne Wade at this stage of the game, I don't know what to tell you. You don't know ball, because D-Wade can complete. No money spent D-Wade isn't nearly as good. He's still fine because defensively he's still going to be good, but he's just not nearly as good. At my number 5, Donovan Mitchell. I saw JC rank this card at B tier, and I don't know if I've ever been more mad in my life. Donovan Mitchell's got a 96 3-ball, 98 speed, nearly perfect defense. To me, slightly worse defensive Dwayne Wade, but way better offensively. Donovan Mitchell based on very quick. Oh, yeah, sign me up for that. Donovan Mitchell dribble style is not necessarily great, but defensively, again, the card's a beast. And I know people are going to say, well, Ty, he's only 6'3". His player build is elite. If you've ever used Donovan Mitchell in 2K, you know Donovan Mitchell always has one of the best player builds in the entire game. So really, when I'm looking at Donovan Mitchell, you're looking at a card that, again, max 3-ball, max speed, max driving dunk, max ball handle, defensively, badge-wise, is good enough to compete with the best cards in the game. Mind you, the card has 23 Hall of Fame badges. I will never hate on Donovan Mitchell because, again, offensively, he can be your primary ball handler. Defensively, he can guard the opposing point guard as long as it's not Magic Johnson. Donovan Mitchell is a stud in this game, coming in at my number 5. At my number 4, I'm plugging in Dark Matter James Harden. Now, I do know the Galaxy Opal James Harden is really good as well. And so, like, I get it. They're very similar cards. But I think the Dark Matter James Harden, just, again, he just gives you a little bit more. 6'5", 6'11 wingspan, 97 3-ball, 95 speed, 90 driving dunk, good ball handle. Defensively, is he as good as some of the other guys? Probably not. But again, solid enough defensively. And again, he's 6'5". James Harden based on very quick is ideal. James Harden dribble style. Offensively, this card's going to be nearly impossible to stop. Defensively, because he's 6'5", is going to be just fine. Another card at the point guard position. This is incredible. Now, he probably is going to be overpriced because he is a dark matter, and dark matters are just gassed up in price. So, is James Harden worth his price? No. But I want you guys to know and realize that James Harden is absolutely elite on this game. And if he is your point guard, let's say you have an unsellable James Harden, you're set for the future. Like, James Harden is that good in my team. Coming in at my number 3, Galaxy Opal, Zach LaVine. Another card in which the difference between the Pink Diamond and the Galaxy Opal isn't that much, but it's enough to make a difference for him on this list. 94 speed, or 94 3-ball and 95 speed. Honestly, I'm going to make the comparison to Cade Cunningham quite a bit with Zach LaVine. The cards are slightly different, but I think the reason I want to make the comparison here is, look, with Zach LaVine, he's got the 2 most important stats that are good. 3-ball and speed. Now, I like him more than Cade Cunningham just because his movement's better. I feel like as far as like a primary scoring option, Zach LaVine just gives you more Zach LaVine based on quick, whereas this one has it on quick as well. It's one of the reasons I do like the Pink Diamond Zach LaVine for his value in the exchange. I think he is really good. Defensively, Zach LaVine becomes quite a bit better. 16 Hall of Famers. Now, the thing I like about Zach LaVine's 16 Hall of Famers is their balance. He's got 4 finishing Hall of Famers, 4 shooting Hall of Famers, 4 playmaking, and then 4 defensively. right? 99 driving depth, 94 speed of ball. Good, again, solid enough defensively. That 95 speed's incredible. He's 6'5" as well. So he's kind of got that James Harden thing going for him where, you know what? Sure, stat-wise, defensively, he's not perfect, but because he is 6'5", he does make up for some of it on that end of the court. Look, Zach LaVine has cooked me so many times in this game, so if you don't think I'm going to gas the Zach LaVine Galaxy Opal, you would simply be wrong. Coming in at my number 2, Dark Matter Magic Johnson. There is not many negative things I can say about Magic Johnson. The one negative thing I'll say about Magic Johnson is this: I don't think he can be your primary ball handler. I don't think he can be your primary scoring option. But when you're looking at Magic Johnson, 23 Hall of Famers with 16 on goal. Defensively, he's the best defensive point guard in the entire game. And when I say it's not close, no, I mean it's not close. Like the difference between Magic Johnson defensively and the next best, it's massive. With that being said, release-wise, Magic Johnson on very quick, it's the Magic Johnson base. It's not going to be great, but it's fine enough. You should be able to green consistently with it. He is really a spot-up option offensively. But again, defensively, 97 speed, near max defensive badges, max defensive stats at 6'9". I can't be super negative about Magic Johnson. The only thing I can say is offensively, the card's not going to be great. He's not, and that's just the facts of the situation. But defensively, the difference between Magic Johnson and anybody else is absolutely massive. Coming in at my number 1, Dark Matter, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Now, maybe it's just me being biased because I love the pink diamond Shai. But I think this card, with what he gives you offensively, is that best point guard in the game. Now, when I say that, you guys are going to think, well, Ty, is Shai just horrible defensively? Nah, Shai's not horrible defensively, but that's just not why you're playing Shai. You're playing him for offense. 92 3 ball, comes with that 95 speed. Defensively, really actually solid with, 6 Hall of Fame badges there. 97 steal rating is crazy. SGA base on quick, incredible. SGA moving crossover, my favorite part about the card. There's just not many flaws in SGA. He's got maybe the smoothest release on the entire game. His movement is immaculate. Defensively at 6'6", he can hold it down. I believe Shai is the most complete point guard in the game. Some people are going to argue with me and say Magic's better than Shai, and that's fine. But I'm just telling you, Shai offensively gives you something Magic can't. Now, on the flip side, Magic defensively gives you something Shai can't. So, I get both sides of it. But to me right now, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is the best point guard in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. Just because a card didn't make the top 10 doesn't mean they're good. All of these cards in the top 10 are absolutely great, absolutely elite. So even a guy like Diamond Dyson Daniels, if that's who you're running, is still elite. Just want you guys to know that. But that is going to wrap it up for our top 10 today. Let me know your thoughts on it down below in the comments. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.